Okay, this is part 2. I've had it for a while now. I've only rode it twice. 2 days, I mean. I've driven a lot during them 2 days. Couple problems. I don't know what the white wire goes to. Who knows? One of my problems was it's really hard to keep these two tight. The washers that they put in there, which don't come out, are too cheap and really don't even work as lock washers. So I had to put a bunch of shims in there, some lock washers. The kickstand needs to be a little bit longer. I made a base for the bottom of it with the printer, but it will not support the. It does support the bike, but it digs in. So unless you're on asphalt or something, it won't stay up. I haven't really done anything with the cables yet. I did extend this out all the way. Still don't know what that nut's for. Extended that out all the way. Adjusted it out all the way right here to tighten the throttle up. I used the second person and tightened this up a little bit further than when it touches, because when it would be like this and you had to manually pedal, it would still be engaging the engine. I had to tighten this one more time right there. Luckily I had pushed it all the way over. I haven't had the chain pop off once. Then I'm having a problem with the wires that are going through here. I have no rear brakes for now, so I'm only using front, which is fine for now. I'm going to print me a thing. Some people cut a PVC pipe in half and put it on there and it protected them. They made it go over this part and go clear down and go over the other part, and it protected them. But it is nice to have the gearing still on the bike, so when you do pedal it, you have the gears. And when you're at a campground or something, you need to blend in a little bit. It's nice to have the gears to blend in. Did end up finding out which shuts that off. The green goes into the blue and the black goes into the black, and that is the kill switch. I haven't really had to use it yet. Everything stayed tight. The fuel line turned into total hardness and it shrank. I also had it leaking past here onto this, and I totally forgot about it, but I am going to put a clamp on both sides of this just to tighten it up a little bit, hopefully to save it a little bit. And so far I've gotten 25 miles an hour out of it. I'm going to see if I can do a little bit better now. You guys are going to be on my camera, on my head. Hopefully I have it placed correctly so you can see everything. And yeah, I got to go tighten up my front wheel. I forgot, because I threw it in the back seat of my car. Tighten that up and then we'll start it. I had it warmed up. Drove about 2 miles about an hour ago. And that was 2 hours ago, so it should be all cooled off. And it doesn't use any fuel. Could go ahead and put some more fuel in it. Yeah. Okay, we're going to get down the road a little bit. Also notice I could push it with the clutch pushed in. If it's not adjusted right, you couldn't put, I'm pushing it with one finger. If you don't have that adjusted right, it'll start catching when you push it. So you'll know if you have it right. I don't know if you guys are pointing too far down. That's where you're going to be. Let's see if I even hit the record button this time. The other day I forgot to hit it. 45 minutes later I was pretty mad. So, the choke. I don't know if you guys can see. The choke. One way it's choked, one way it's not. Up is choked. When it's totally cold, it's a totally cooled engine, I will start it with it choked. It'll putter a little bit, you can feel it start, and then I will unchoke it and then it'll fire right up, no problems. We don't have right brakes still. Let's go. Pedal a little bit, get it going. Actually, I'm going to go down this hill without it running. Because this hill, if I don't stop, I'll run right out on the road. We're going to go a long way. Well, a long way for what I've done. About 4 miles. And this hurts your ass. See if we can hear any cars coming. I'm going to walk it down. I'm going to go through brake pads like crazy with this thing because it goes fast. For a bicycle, bicycles have brakes to stop you at like 10 miles an hour. We're also going to go full throttle at one point. So we're going to take a really long route. I'm about ready to kick it in. Put the throttle to where it's catching just a little bit. So I have a little bit of juice. Here we go. Alright, it's gonna need choke. Oh, it's firing. Come on, baby. A little bit more gas. Oh, I forgot to turn the fuel on. And there comes a cop, I think. So we won't fire it yet. We'll let that fuel go down. Okay, here we go. Give it a little bit of fuel. Again, it didn't start because I did not have the fuel on. Demonstrate I could shut it off there. I really don't like going full throttle on it. Once you get it, now I feel something clip. You gotta watch that rear. I'm gonna have to check it up here. Just make sure it's all tight. You gotta watch your speed. It starts. I think that's a good place to park it. Just gotta make sure that's tight right there. It is totally tight. Maybe I got it too tight. Jesus. It's almost like it's falling off. I think that's still tight. We're all good. So you don't want it when I go fast with it. It likes to start to weave. Almost like I'm too top heavy for the bike, which could be. Top heavy, and it's like I'm on an ice skate. It's kind of scary. I did it a little bit right there. Don't do it all the time, but going top speed kind of bugs me sometimes because it does that. And it's nice because I can start it up at any time, or like we're going down a hill right now, and I don't need to pedal. I don't even need the engine on, unless you want to go fast. But we are going to start it back up. If you can even hear me, don't forget to pull in the clutch when you shut it off, because the motor's going to be engaged. shut it off and go in the grass a little bit. Save my brakes. Make sure nobody's coming up behind me. This is a wicked intersection. Hopefully you guys are looking down and you can see everything. Oh, I can't wait for rear brakes. I was thinking about buying brakes in like bulk. Oh, so peaceful right here. Oh, here we go. Afraid a car will be taking a right there. They swing right down that road. And my dad was freaking out because it's so easy for me to turn it on, shut it off, turn it on. There's a railroad tie right there. Must be the old Interurban. Yeah, we were at a campground. He's like freaking out. He'd be like, "Oh, it died?" I'm like, "Nah, I just shut it off. We're going downhill. Don't need to waste my gas." The spit that it runs on. There we go. I can't even tell there's an engine on this when I'm pedaling. So easy, and I have it in third gear. Here we go. I'm going to go full speed down this unless I feel unsafe. When I get up to full speed, I'm going to tap this with this fan because I can't really talk to you guys. Showing you it's all the way forward. See if it idles a little bit. I haven't really tested out the idle. I normally want it to die when I stop, so yeah, it's still running. I want to show you guys I have that motor mount in the cheapest way possible. Ended up making it out of a whole piece of holy metal. I had to waller the hole a little bit bigger. So yeah, made a big difference. Just hope the nuts stay on there. They're just regular nuts. It is idling. I got it pulled back all the way. Oh, that's yeah, all the way that way. Didn't have to do anything with the carburetor. Didn't have to adjust it or nothing. There is a little screw on the side if you need to adjust it. Try to have it running and then play with it. Here we go. Oh, and while it's quiet right now, this road is scary. It's gravel. It's really hard to drive on. Feels like you're floating on water. go. That is it. Showed you the motor mount. I guess I could do one more video. We'll go on a really long adventure, clear to town or something. But yeah, it's well worth the money. I am not plating it at the current moment. See how far I can go until I get in trouble before I have to plate it or something. Yeah, having a blast. Thanks for watching.